What if I told you that a healthcare call center with 80 agents spending over $1 million a year replaced 75% of their workforce with AI voice agents, achieved a 450% ROI in year one, and got their money back in less than 2 months? And here's the kicker, they tried AI before and it completely bombed. So what changed? I'm Emma's digital avatar. She's too busy implementing AI voice solutions for clients to be everywhere at once, so I handle the content while she handles the real work. As an 11 Labs solutions partner, she and the impeccable team build production grade AI voice systems that move the needle. Subscribe, the real Emma reads every comment. Today, I'm walking you through a real case study with actual numbers, no fluff, no hype, so you can see exactly how this works and whether it makes sense for your operation. Let me tell you about a high-volume outbound call center we worked with. Think qualification calls for healthcare services. Here's what their operation looked like. 80 agents overseas, processing 10,000 to 15,000 outbound calls every single day. That's 500,000 to 1.3 million minutes per month. Annual labor cost, over $1 million. Now, if you're running a call center, you know the pain points here. First, agent churn. They were constantly recruiting and retraining. Second, efficiency. 40 to 50% of their calls were hitting voicemail. So half their agents' time was just gone. And third, conversion rates. Only 3 to 4% of connected calls actually qualified and transferred. The real constraint wasn't lead volume. They had plenty of leads. It was labor efficiency. They were spending a fortune on agents doing repetitive qualification work that honestly didn't require human level judgment most of the time. Now here's where it gets interesting. This call center had actually tried AI voice agents before working with us. They tested another platform for several months. But the results were rough. Only 30% of human performance, 80% of answered calls marked as non-engaging. People were hanging up within 10 seconds. Why did it fail? The agent sounded robotic. Long, awkward introductions, no natural pacing. It was following generic AI scripts instead of mirroring what actually worked with their best human agents. And this is the mistake I see all the time. Companies think, let's just throw AI at the problem. But if you don't design the conversation to match your top performers, you're not automating success. You're automating failure. So when this company came to us at Impeccable, we took a completely different approach. Instead of replacing their agents with some generic AI, we studied their top 25% of performers and built an AI agent that sounded exactly like them. Here's what the AI agent does. It answers outbound calls triggered through their telephony system, engages the prospect within 3 seconds, no robotic delays, collects information, full name, condition, ID, runs a real-time eligibility check through their API, and then either transfers a qualified lead to a human agent or terminates the call cleanly if they're not eligible. We mirrored their proven scripts, their objections, their pacing. We even built in confirmation because accuracy matters in healthcare. Okay, let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets really interesting. Total year one investment, $30,000 for the initial 1-month build, $10,000 per month for ongoing optimization, transcript analysis, conversation tuning, edge case handling. That's $150,000 total in year one. Now let's look at what they saved. By replacing 75% of their 80 agents, keeping only their top 20 for complex cases and closings, they reduced their annual labor cost from $1 million down to $250,000. Plus eliminated recruitment and training costs, operational efficiency gains. So let's do the math. $150,000 investment, $825,000 in savings, net benefit in year one, $675,000. Let me say that again. They got their entire investment back in under 2 months. Everything after that was pure savings. First, scalability. With human agents, if you want to double your call volume, you need to recruit, hire, and train dozens of new people. That takes months. With AI, you scale the servers, that takes hours. Second, consistency. No performance variance from agent fatigue, bad moods, or training gaps. Every call gets the same quality. Third, operational simplicity. They went from managing 80 agents across multiple shifts to managing 20 top performers plus one AI system. The management overhead reduction alone is massive. And here's the strategic play. Their top 20 agents are no longer doing repetitive qualification work. They're focused 100% on closing high value qualified leads. You're basically taking your A team and letting them do what they do best. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds great, but what if it doesn't work? What if we end up like that first attempt? This is why we use a phased rollout. Week 1, KPI alignment and script ingestion. Week 2, 1% traffic test, validate core functionality. Week 3, 5% traffic, optimize scripts and conversation flow. Week 4, 10% traffic, confirm parity with human baseline. Then gradually scale only after validation at each stage. If it doesn't hit these benchmarks, you don't scale. Simple as that. You're not betting the farm. You're testing incrementally with real business data. And you keep your human agents as backup until the AI proves itself. All right, let's bring this home. If you're running a call center with high labor costs, $500,000 to $5 million a year or more, agent turnover that's driving you crazy, repetitive qualification or screening processes, and you're trying to scale without hiring proportionally, this model could work for you. Healthcare, insurance, financial services, lead generation, solar, and home services. If you want to explore whether this makes sense for your operation, we should talk. Drop a comment below, visit impeccable.com, or send me a message. We'll walk through your numbers, your call volume, your labor costs, your pain points, and show you what the ROI could look like for your specific situation. Look, AI isn't magic. But when you design it right, when you mirror your best performers instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, the ROI is undeniable. I'm the digital avatar of Emma with Impeccable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.